Greetings, everyone. I am Tim Anderson, aka Renfail, and I am joined tonight by this person.
Joey, it's Radlor.
And Chris is somewhere around here. I don't know where she's at.
Okay.
But we're here to give you our weekly stand up for Project Dramond. It is Wednesday, May 5th. Um, this week, this will probably be a short update because last week we did the update on. Actually, no, this will be a longer update because we haven't told people, or did we? No, I did the Thursday post about the asset purchases, so I don't have to cover that tonight. But so it'll be a shorter update. Anyway, been working on core rulebook stuff for me. Right now, my goal for May is to get all of the classes into the core rulebook and flesh out the magic systems for. So I'm dealing with the Church of the Elder Ways who have quantum technology, so their spells are not going to be elemental magic. It's going to be technological in nature. So I have to work on that system and how they cast their spells, how they use their powers, which are going to be used through mechanical devices. And then on the other side of that equation, I'm not just dealing with your traditional wizard and sorcerer like in most tabletop games. So we're actually breaking things down into elemental magic, which I did with the Saga Leucemia as well, which is um, in traditional, it's earth, air, fire, water, and sometimes spirit. Um, but we're dealing with earth, air, fire, water, spirit, life, and death. So we've got 7 branches of magic. So I've already kind of this is what I did on Monday was I kind of went in and said, how do I foresee that magic system working? Which is kind of like, okay, all the mages, and this might change, but the way it is right now is like all the mages can cast up to third level spells, and those first 3 levels of spells are all the general spells that you might find in, say, a player's guide for many other types of tabletop games. So it's your traditional sleep, magic missile, color spray, identify those kind of things. But then once you hit fourth level, you have to specialize into one of the 7 branches. And once you specialize, anything from fourth level and beyond, you can now only cast those spells that are within your branch of elements. So if you go with fire magic, you're only going to cast fire spells from level 4 and up. You can still cast those first 3 levels of generic spells, but everything from fourth and up is within your branch. And then again at 12th level, you can choose to specialize again into a secondary elemental pool if you want, but there's complications there. It's I'm dealing with mechanics of saying if you choose to only specialize in one school of magic, then you can cast all the way up to ninth level spells. If you choose to do 2 schools of magic, you can only cast like up to 7th level spells. And then at level 20, you have the option to either further specialize in your singular branch or to branch off and do a third. And if you do the third, then it further reduces, you can only cast up to like 6th level spells, but you now have access to 3 schools of magic, like earth, air, fire. So I'm working on the mechanics of the magic system for the mages, and I'm going to be working on the magic system for those quantum casters. But the last couple days, I've just been working on the classes. So like your traditional bard, druid, fight. Today I did like the fighter and a bunch of the mages. I did the druid today. Um, so that's what I'm working on this month. And Chris is working on concept art. If you haven't checked out our social media feeds, I just shared out tonight, actually, Wednesday night the 5th. I shared out a sampling of her concept art. She's done a handful of images now. I'm actually trying to convince her to start an ArtStation page, but she's like, my art's not good enough, and I'm like, everybody starts somewhere. You oughta put a portfolio up, and so we'll see. If she doesn't do it, I'll probably do it for her and just not tell her. But she has a bunch of images now that she's produced, and we're going to start to put those into the core rulebook sometime in June, or yeah, sometime in June. So anyway, that's what she's been working on. She just did another image today. Um, Today was a quick one. She got it done in like 4 hours, so she's getting much quicker at the process once she figures. And she was just funny because she was telling me today. She said, my problem is I have a hard time knowing how to start an image. And I went, yeah, it was the same thing when I started writing in 2018. I didn't know how to start stories, I didn't know how to start articles, so it was always difficult to get started. Now that I've been doing it for 12, 13 years, I have no problem because you've been doing it for so long, you just jump in and it's like, bleh, and you're done. So, anyway, that's what I've been working on. So, you're up.
Let's see. So since last week, we got the asset spot. I got them all downloaded, and I have now got them uploaded into the project. So I got that all taken care of. Kind of just took a look at them and just trying to think about future stuff with that. And then I also got our well, in the pack there's a 4-digit code locked safe. So I got that implemented for the way that we're going to want to use it because we're going to have more than one. So I had to go in and kind of dissect that like I've had to do with everything and kind of modify and create my own blueprint so that we can have it still call the same functions, but it's going to be specific to every safe, or we're probably going to use chests more than likely. So I will have to go through at some point, and we'll have to find a chest that we like and switch it out. And I'll have to make an animation for the chest unless it's already got an animation, so on and so forth. Um, so that's all I've gotten done this week so far. Plan on getting. There's another puzzle where you can like rearrange and have images. He has it to where it makes a map. Um,
I don't know that we'll
Obviously
use
we'll
that.
change that at some point, but once I get that implemented, I think the last thing on my list is to figure out why I need to use his system for cutscenes
Yeah,
because
you were telling me about the other day.
I found an easier way to do it where we can just call a cutscene on. So I'm curious why, and I may have to jump on his Discord and
And
chat with
just be
him
like,
and
hey,
see.
why? What's the difference? Why should I use your cutscene versus doing the Unity one? Like, not
The
Unreal one.
Unreal one.
Sorry, Unreal, not
Yeah,
Unity.
because I mean his is a very complicated system, and I mean I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure it's as soon as I figure it out or have it explained, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, duh. But it also seems a little overcomplicated at the same time, and maybe it is overcomplicated for what we're wanting. Um, maybe we don't need it. But once that's done, I'm hoping to have that done, and maybe by end of next week. That way, because I want as much time as I can to start working on, because I've got 4 buildings exteriors to build. I've got 4 interiors of the buildings to build. And I've got a lot. Yeah, I've got the outer environment won't take that long because it's not a big. But I want to get this polished up because we are trying to hit that July deadline. So
It's gonna be tight.
uh,
We might end up.
it's gonna be a tight.
It,
It's gonna be tight.
it might go
But don't.
August.
Nope. 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 We've made banging progress so
We
far.
have made
So
banging progress so far. Yeah, on all fronts.
so
So,
that's my plans as of now.
all right. Well, we are rocking and rolling on that front. So, everybody who wants to know more information, you need to do a few things. The first thing you need to do is below us are some links to our various TikToks. We share almost daily snippets of artwork that Chris is working on, things that I'm working on. Are you going to come and say hi? And then Joey has his own account that he's working on. You just can say hi. We're recording our stand up for the week. So you just tell everybody, I did art this week. It was good. I shared it out tonight on social media. I don't know if you saw that yet. Yeah, go check your Facebook. And I said you need to get an ArtStation account now. Oh, she just said probably because she's on camera. Because when it's just me, she's like, no, I'm not ready. Yeah, I see how it is. Anyway, um, follow the two TikToks so that you can get updates on what she's working on, what I'm working on, what Joy's working on. Also, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon, and the most important thing you can do is subscribe to the Patreon channel. Even if you just pick up a $3 subscription, which is the most basic level, buy us a cup of coffee. It's a great way to show support for what we're working on, and it gets you behind the scenes into the VIP Discord channel where we share out all of the teaser snippets that go along with the Patreon posts that are for subscribers as well. So do all those things, and we will see you in next week's episode.